Chelsea has signed a player out of nowhere, and it's not an experienced player, it's not an elite player that would help us boost our chances of winning silverware. It's another youngster, and this youngster is from Basel, and it seems like we looked at this guy after losing out on Riccardo Calafiore, the Italian generation wonder kid, to Arsenal. And instead, we went for a Portuguese versatile midfielder and defender in Renato Veiga. And the stories is coming from Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs. Chelsea have agreed a deal to sign Basels Renato Veiga. He will cost 14 million euros. And there will be no sell-on clause in the deal. Medical is scheduled and contract is agreed until 2032. So another death row contract, because that's what we do here now. Chelsea like the fact Veiga can play left back and invert, so he will likely be a rotational option with Marco Cucurella, and he can also be versatile and play as a defender, like a centre back. And his original position is actually defensive midfielder. So another versatile player, which is pretty good, I guess. And we know that Chelsea has been looking for a left-footed defender now for several months. That has been reported by Fabrizio Romano continuously. Would I prefer going for Riccardo Calafiore? Sure, he's expensive, but he has balled out under Thiago Motta in Serie A for Bologna. He had a fantastic spell now for Italy under Euros and announcing himself as an Italian wonder kid. So many people got their eyes on him. He's also a versatile defender, got so many abilities I really like. So we can only hope that Renato Veiga has similar abilities like he does, because I don't know too much about this guy. I never heard of him, if I'm gonna be honest. But what do I think of the deal? Well, as you know, guys, I would prefer going for more experienced elite players. I think we have signed enough youngsters. I see this purchase as purely from a business point of view. We are looking to someone that's just going to rotate with Marco Cucurella. I think we see Marco Cucurella as the starting inverted left back that's going to make the back three in Enzo Maresca's system. And I have to also commend that we're going for players that will suit the manager, because we didn't do that under Graham Potter and Pochettino. We didn't help them whatsoever in the transfer market. Now, Enzo Maresca has got Mark Guyu, or Mark Yu, how you now pronounce it. He got KDH. We have signed Tosin on a free deal. We strengthened the backline as well. And now we're looking to get Anselmini in the future, some other guys. And we have also now signed another player that could suit the Enzo Maresca style of play. So I have to commend the recruitment team for finding those players, because that will help the manager massively. I mean, how is he supposed to reach the targets at the end of the season if you can't get players that will suit his ideas? Now, as I said, I would rather go for elite players and experienced players that actually suit Enzo Maresca. I've also seen in the past that sometimes when you're signing players out of the blue that you never heard of for a cheap price, they sometimes turns out to be that hidden gem no one thought of. Examples of that is Azpilicueta when we bought him from Marseille back in the day. Cole Palmer is another example from Manchester City. But the other side of the coin, the other side of the spectrum, this won't be the case in terms of every signing you make. Now this guy was only valued 3 million euros on transfer market, so why are we then paying 11 million more than his value? Maybe because we don't want to put a sell-on clause in his contract. I don't know, maybe wanted to get this deal done as quickly as possible and not waste any more time. This could potentially mean that Ben Chilwell's future is more uncertain now. We have signed another player that can play as a left back, and where Chilwell going to fit in. I would like to keep Ben Chilwell because he's one of the captains. He's one of the few players in the team that still has experience and been through winning trophies, etc. It's not suiting Enzo Maresca, and if he's not having any idea of where he's going to use him, I can understand that we're moving on Ben Chilwell, but then I would prefer replacing him with a player that actually upgrade our team. But maybe we want to give as much game time to Marco Corella because he's having a insane Euro for Spain and will likely suit Enzo Maresca's system. So I can understand it, but maybe we can then use the money we're gaining from the play sales by signing top striker, a top winger, but we're not gonna do that, which is very sad. It's not signings that's gonna transform our team and higher our chances of winning trophy. I have to be honest and say how I'm feeling and how I'm seeing it from my point of view in terms of our transfer strategy. This is a signing, they buying cheap, he's young, he has a long contract, which means his value is gonna just rise when the time goes by, and then they're gonna sell him in the future for double amount of money. That's just how I'm seeing it from the owner's plan. Let me know how you feel around the signing. Are you optimistic? Do you think we even have a good transfer window so far? Let me know that in the comments down below. Just want to talk shortly around 3 players that are on discount in the current moment because these clubs want to sell them, and these are players that could actually upgrade our team if we want to be as serious as a Roman Abramovich. It's coming from Fabrizio Romano and Kieran Gill. Crazy market opportunity. Juventus are willing to sell Federico Chiesa for only 16 to 21 million pounds this summer. Osimhen has also been dropped in price value, and the same goes for Lille's Jonathan David. He's only valued around 20 million pounds. Osimhen will still be very expensive. He will be a top elite striker that's going to bring so many goals. But I don't see we're gonna go after him. He's too expensive and his wages is too high. However, Federico Chiesa and Jonathan David, who is only worth around 16-20 million pounds, I don't see any risk in going in for these guys. They also have experience. Chiesa will enter his prime soon. Jonathan David scores so many goals, contributing with other important things in the game for Lille. He's still young, under 25, but he still has plenty of experience in Champions League, in Liga, on international level. So I don't see any risk in getting these guys, except that Chiesa earning almost 180k a week at Juventus, and that is our wage cap. Another downside with Federico Chiesa is that he had that shocking injury where he did his ACL and had to operate. But under Euro 2021, he was one of the tournament's best players when Italy won it. Federico Chiesa, I'm a huge admirer of this guy. He's a non-tireless winger that runs constantly, works so hard for a team, a very good team player. Work rate is amazing. His final third could be better. His decision making could be better. But signing him and he's gonna start on the left wing or the right wing, honestly, I wouldn't be against that for that cheap price. But it worries me in terms of his injury history, of course. Jonathan David, he could be a rotational striker with Jackson, and he could also alleviate pressure from Jackson. And that means he will also have a serious competition up front. Mark Yu and David Washington is not going to add serious competition up front because they're still academy level players. So let me know how you feel around Federico Chiesa, Jonathan David. Do you think it's worth triggering their value in the current moment when they are on discount, or do you think we should avoid them? Let me know that. We're gonna continue on the last story. Fabrizio Romano. Understand Chelsea have appointed Acheru Gao and Sergi Olafinjana to oversee operations in Africa. Chelsea want to cover Africa in the best way possible with scouting, and appointments are now being completed. I think is very good news, because we have gone through the South American market now, plucked out some real wonder kids in Esteban William and Kendry Paez, some other guys, and now it's time we go to Africa, because there is plenty of talent and games all over the continent. I think this is very positive news, and this is going to be all it for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you're brand new here, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell down below so you never miss when the content's dropped, and I'm out guys, peace.